The Root of Evil by Håkan Nesser. Translated by Sarah Death and read by Martin Wenner. The town of Kymlinge does not exist on the map, and the Barco adjustable spanner model number 0872 has never been on sale in France. Other than that, the contents of this book largely accord with the known state of affairs. Part 1. Notes from Musterlin, 29th of June, 2002. I am not like other people, and I do not want to be. If I ever find a group where I feel I belong, it will only mean that I am getting blunted, that I too have been ground down to the bedrock of custom and stupidity. This is just the way it is. Nothing can alter these fundamental conditions. Perhaps it was a mistake to stay here. Perhaps I should have obeyed my first impulse and said no. But the path of least resistance is compelling, and Erik interested me in those first few days. He stands out from the crowd, at any rate. And I had no fixed plans, no strategy for my journey. To go south, the only important thing was to keep heading south. But now it is night-time, I feel less certain. There is nothing to keep me here. I can pack my rucksack at any time and move on, and this fact, if nothing else, provides insurance for the future. It strikes me that I could actually leave right now, at this very moment. It is 2 o'clock, and I can hear the monotonous voice of the sea in the darkness, a few hundred meters from the terrace where I'm sitting to write this. I realize it will soon be high tide. I could go down to the beach and start walking east. Nothing could be simpler. But a level of inertia, combined with the fatigue and alcohol in my veins, holds me back. At least until tomorrow. Probably a few more days after that. The last thing I am is in a hurry. And perhaps I will find myself drawn into the role of observer. Perhaps there will be things to write about. When I told Dr. L. about my plans for quite a long trip, he did not show much enthusiasm at first. But when I explained that I needed time to think and write about what had happened in an unfamiliar environment, and that this was the whole point, he nodded in agreement. Eventually he also wished me good luck, and it seemed to me that this genuinely came from the heart. I had been under his care for more than a year, and it must naturally feel like a triumph on the rare occasions when a client can be allowed out to run free. As regards Erik, it was generous of him to let me stay here at no cost, of course. He claimed to have rented the house jointly with a girlfriend, but then they broke up and it was too late to cancel. I initially thought he was lying, guessed he was gay and wanted me as his plaything, but apparently not. I don't think he's homosexual, but I'm far from sure. He could be bi, Erik. And he's certainly a far from straightforward character. I assume that's why I can put up with him. There are dark corners in him that appeal to me, at least for as long as they remain unexplored. And he's not short of money. The house is big enough for us not to get in each other's way. We've agreed to share the food bills while I'm here, but we also share something else. A kind of respect, perhaps I'd call it. It's almost 4 whole days now since he picked me up on the road out of Lille, and 3 since we got here. I normally tire of people in a fraction of that time. But tonight, as I write this, I am starting to suffer my first real misgivings. It began with that extended lunch down by the harbour in Benaudet. I soon realized it would be a prelude to a trying evening. It's impossible not to notice such things. A thought even ran through my mind.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?